am I really gonna walk into that world?
I mean, I'm more into what individuals are going to do, not what companies are going to do.
Individuals are going to do it with platforms that are designed by companies and have embedded logic.
Silent Hill and stuff like that. It's
Right.
like the totally immersive.
I know. I interviewed, not for the show, but a long time ago, I interviewed Philip Rosedale, the guy who developed Second Life.
Oh, yeah. I
And
just saw
he
him.
told me, I mean, and this was 2004, he said, within 10 years, we're going to have VR that is indistinguishable from real life. And I guess he was talking about the Trump administration, right? In a way. But so we did get it, but not the way he was talking. He really thought that we were going to slap on some goggles or a bodysuit, like Ready Player One, and then just be there. That's a long ways off, right?
I just saw him at VRTO in Toronto.
Oh, so you go the Karam.
I was hanging out with him.
Great.
Yeah, Will, man, and I met Brett from Lawnmower Man. I met Brett.
Oh,
he
you
was
did?
so awesome. We had I threw after party after after party for about 5 days with all those guys. I could not stop hanging out with them. I just fell in love with Toronto. Fell in love with all of them. But yeah, Philip gave his pitch for his next Second Life idea or whatever. And the beginning was great. He's got a great hook. The first 10, 15 minutes.
Where he's like J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. I was just
ideas for movies.
oh my God. I was on the edge of my seat. I was just tingling. And then he got to his pitch. And I was like, oh man.
Right,
because he was first of all, he stacked up these kind of arbitrary numbers. I'd hate to say it, but what people are going to do in VR. And one of them was virtual travel, quote unquote, teleconference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said that was number one. And I just linked back in my chair and I was like, porn. Number one is going to be porn. Get real, dude.
Well, that's a
porn.
form of teleconference.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah, right. But he said virtual travel. And then the other thing was this, and this kind of really upset me actually, is that the thing that made Second Life really great was that everyone could code. They gave you a couple of tools and everyone could code their own tools and stuff like that. But he started rapping about infusing a blockchain in there. So there's digital property. And all I could think about was the whole anarchic point of the internet and computers was to destroy scarcity. You can copy a file and share it forever. Now when you infuse that with the blockchain and you only get it, if you pay, there's a little tag to it, you can't share it anymore because it's on the blockchain. And I was just this is the internet and computers are supposed to be about anarchy. They're supposed to be about sharing stuff and ending scarcity. And here we are artificially creating scarcity in a digital environment. And I was just mad as hell. I was just and then he's like, we're going to create a whole Second Life planet. And, it's going to take 1 million computers to he's like, there's already enough computers in the world to power this. And I'm like, all I could think of is great, we'll be burning energy on this planet to go into a virtual universe where I'm buying digital off a blockchain.
Turn off everybody's pacemakers and the baby's incubators. We need these resources for something much more important.
So I was like, why don't you just turn the moon into a computer while you're at it? And we'll get a fake planet and everything. I was really turned off. I was really disappointed.
Well, it is weird. I mean, there's this. I was just thinking about this yesterday that maybe the blockchain thing is a way of convincing capitalism.
That's it.
Well, look.
Create artificial scarcity.
We could do this. It's you could do. It's they're not paying attention to computers. They're not paying attention to the decentralized possibilities.
No.
Oh, I know how we can get them to pay attention. Look, the computer can literally make money. Oh, that's interesting. Now they're looking.
Ooh, now they're looking. So this is the thing. I don't understand blockchain very much, but let me ask you if this is right. Is it true? I don't know if this is true or not, but is it true that with any blockchain type system, it's automatically by design going to need more and more computing resources? It's an infinite, every blockchain is kind of needs growth all the time.
Only ones that use proof of work and mining.
Okay.
So you can still have a blockchain that's just pretty good privacy. That's just encryption.
Okay.
And no mining. It's just they won't necessarily have tokens.
Gotcha. But so as long as you're mining,
if you're doing a genuinely, if you're doing mining, then you're mining.
And that's resources.
Right.
So
you're looking for gold. You're reifying gold.
What a waste of time. When you really think about like what computers like, remember, so like when the PS4, the PS3 came out, you could use the computing resources on there to help like crack some cancer thing.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that or not. I don't remember the details, but you could use your excess computing power to like solve medical problems. Here we are using computing resources to do meaningless equations that result in nothing. And I'm just like, except for like, you spent this much time mining. And it's like, that could be used for any number of applications.
So we're taking a planet on which energy is scarce.
Word.
And we're burning the largest bonfire in the history of our species just to prove that our money has value.
I'm so against all this. I'm so against all this. I hate all this so much.
That's a bad simulation.
That's a bad simulation.
Right, but that's what it is. It's a simulation of money.
It is. It's a simulated currency.